Hey guys, what's going on? I know there's a lot of shiz going on right now. There's a lot of reasons to be disheartened, upset. There's a lot of reasons to feel as though your democracy was stolen from you, your election and the sanctity of your vote was violated. And I agree with many of these sentiments. There is absolutely no reason for you to not be suspicious about an election that was shady and suspicious as hell. And I want to search out and find out the truth about what happened in this election. However, that's not what this video is about. There's a lot of those videos out there. I encourage you to watch them. I've particularly been enjoying Charlie Kirk and Tim Pool and their explanation of these things. Really exceptional stuff. I wanted to talk really briefly today. It's the start of the week, Thanksgiving week. I wanted to talk really briefly about why we should be thankful in this nation. What we have to be thankful about as Americans. Look at this giant American flag right beside me. I'm here in the gorgeous Virginia countryside. I want to just take a breath for a moment, pause for a moment, take a deep breath and recognize something really important. Regardless of what sinister or evil thing that we are up against, I think right now it's systemic voter fraud. That's the thing that is the major challenge to our nation right now. It has in past times been fascism, Nazism, imperialism, communism, slavery, various forms of monarchical tyranny. This nation has fought many evils before. It has fought huge, overwhelming evils, and it has always stood up to the test. And so in that, you should be encouraged. You should also be encouraged that America is indeed the best country to live in the world. I'm not saying that because I believe that, as a personal level of bias, which I will admit to you, many in the corporate and corrupt establishment, DNC media, will not admit their bias. I will openly admit my bias. I'm a conservative. I love this country. I'm saying that because empirically, we are actually in the best country in the world on many data metrics. America is the most generous country in the world. For one, America donated over $500 billion donations out of your pocket and mine, all added up to $500 billion in charitable giving last year. That's bigger than the GDP of I think that would be like the GDP of the top 10 get us into one of the top 10 countries in the world for GDP. What we donated to charity is one of the largest economies in the world. That's breathtaking. And you should be proud to be an American with those kind of numbers. That is a generous and kind country. We also are a happy country. America is one of the happiest countries in the world. We're a proud country. Even in spite of the year that we've had and the sickness in our corrupt establishment media and the communist corruption, the metastasization of hate America as an ideal in our culture, which is just so sick and wrong. It's not the first time it's happened, but it certainly is one of the loudest in my lifetimes. In spite of all that, in spite of a $1 trillion corporate media industry telling you America sucks or that we're a bad nation, in spite of all these dipshits in Hollywood or in the entertainment industry being paid, being puppeteered around to say bad things about America. They're not serious people. These are just complete marionettes. They're puppets. They're clown people. In spite of all that, this country, America, over 70% of our population, when asked, say they are either proud or extremely proud to be Americans. That's awesome. That's this year. That's in spite of everything that's been thrown at us. It's pretty remarkable, pretty beautiful. America also has one of the highest rates in the world of adoption, which is a wonderful thing. We take in so many children that I hate to say unwanted, but I don't really have a better word. The children that are up for adoption, children whose parents can't care for them. America also has some of the most generous peer-to-peer activity of any country in the world. We are very kind, not just to international communities, but to communities here in America. There's no other country that you would rather be left stranded on the side of the road, need someone to help jump your car, or need a home-cooked meal, or someone to give you the shirt off their back. America is it. America also, unlike many other powers who are attempting to grow their economies in the world, China and India in particular, we don't poison our country and pollute the way that these other countries do. We actually care about our environment here. Look how gorgeous it is here in this country. We actually care about our nation and our country. That's why we've set aside 83 million acres in America has been set aside for national parks. And that's not including private parks and reserves, which are more millions of acres. 83 million acres set aside of this beautiful, natural, wondrous country. And I would say we do that and we set that aside because ultimately, and this is the most important thing, Americans still believe in God. That is where our power comes from in this country. We believe that there is a God. 90% of Americans believe in either God or a higher spiritual power. That is breathtaking, breathtaking in the civilized modern world. For a first world modern country, 90%, only 2%, slightly more than 2% of Americans are actual atheists, believe in no higher power. And that's wonderful. That means that we're going to protect the gifts that God has given us, that we are grateful for the things that God has given us, and that we are generous and kind. It connects all this other data, all the other data connects because of that point. It's a beautiful point. It's a point that we should be proud of and thankful for this Thanksgiving. Remember, Thanksgiving was created as a holiday. Clearly, you all know the story of the Pilgrims, but it was created as a holiday because Abraham Lincoln gave thanks after Gettysburg. Gettysburg, if anyone doesn't know, I'm out right here at the Trump Winery. There are Civil War battlefields all around me. But out here at the Trump Winery, you can see all these Civil War battlefields. Remember, like Washington, D.C. was surrounded by the Confederacy. The Confederacy had gone as north as Gettysburg, which is way up there in Pennsylvania. They had advanced. The Union was defeated. I mean, honestly, it was dire times for America. America was lost. And God intervened and saved this nation, and we were able to cure it of the sin of slavery through a lot of cost and a lot of battle, and that was God granting his grace on our country. And Abraham Lincoln set aside a day of Thanksgiving to God for America and for his answering our call in times of need. And so if you feel like you're in time of need right now, if you believe that this country, like I do, is always needing to be calling upon God, then you should be celebrating Thanksgiving more than ever this year. So screw your stupid governors, screw all the idiots that are trying to tell you you can't celebrate Thanksgiving. Like, be a good American, a proud American, be thankful for the wonderful country we live in, and be proud of the glorious gifts that we have been given. I sure am. That's why I'm out on a little run today, enjoying all of this, and my amazing hair. All right. So guys, that's a reason to be thankful this Thanksgiving. That's why I'm going to go through this entire week and be thankful for all of that and all of these great, great blessings. All right. Peace out, guys. See ya.